Hey everyone, Jess again, executive producer of Project Loki. Welcome to our first Fireside chat of 2024, where we talk about upcoming playtest changes and our thinking behind them. Friendly reminder, we're just a small, independent game studio that lives solely off of your likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, and playtest signups, so please do all of that because that's just how things work. First, playtest dates. They're happening. We're looking at a 3-day playtest, one in EU, one in NA, and both happening from January 25th to January 27th. The EU will run from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. GMT, and NA will run from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. PT every day. For you observant listeners, that is indeed an extra hour, although it won't be for all queues. We're going to be adding a bonus hour of arena at the end of every playtest just to see what the numbers look like. So get some extra combat reps in for the next day. Alright, it's a new year, which means new us and a very new Loki. I feel like every Fireside chat I say something like, this is our biggest patch yet, so I'm going to stop saying that, but this update is significant. Our most significant yet. Something we've been talking about a lot and heard your feedback on is the desire for more depth in build diversity, theory crafting, and progression. There's definitely a balance to be struck because new players get overloaded all the time, but we need to take this desire seriously if we want to make the game worthy of thousands of hours of play. So, for this playtest, we're trying a new system. To start, equipment is gone, powers can be upgraded with shards, and all powers are now soul-bound. At max tier upgrade, every power unlocks a new unique addition that should make you feel really specialized. We're also not sharing what those max tier bonuses are in these patch notes because discovery is fun, and documentation is not. So go play, make some weird combinations, and tell us what dreams you chased. With equipment being removed, we also still want to give you the ability to adjust your playstyle relative to your stats, but we're simplifying it for this test. At Hero Select, you can choose your basic stats per level, and perks have been changed to only stats you can choose throughout the game. So you should still be able to tune exactly how your hero plays without having to find the right equipment. Since there's so much focus on powers this playtest, Universal Melee is also going to be taking a break, so you can play with the most powers possible. Okay, but would you like more? Well, you're getting more. With this playtest, we're increasing the total player count per lobby to 48. For you math nerds, that's a 20% increase in players. We've always wanted to add more players to a session, but the real limiting factor for us has been server performance. Game server specs for shooters can get intense because players expect a higher level of combat fidelity, and so do we. Combine that with Loki's many interactions and physics-based gameplay, and you can see the fine line we walk with having so many players while still keeping combat crisp and performant. Game servers can also get expensive, so it's something we have to keep an eye on. But enough with the context. For this playtest, we will be running 48 players as a test. We're still not sure if we can sustain this, but do tell us if things feel 20% better. Huntress is getting a significant kit overhaul for this playtest. There are things we want to preserve, like her bow combat and thematic of hunting prey, but we felt she could use sharper strengths and weaknesses as well as more interesting skill rotations. I won't go into all the details of her new kit, but knowing some of our goals, I do invite you to try out the new and improved Huntress and let us know if she's hitting them. Another hero making their debut for the third time is Gunner. This hero's gone in and out of the playtest due to a variety of reasons, but now they're back again, with a new kit, this time even more focused on holding down the line of fire with a big, scary gun. Sounds straightforward because it is, but a lot of you like holding down LMB, so here you go. I'm not trying to hit every change coming in this playtest, but I did want to address two big clarity points we've heard a lot of feedback on: map readability and the drop phase. There are a lot of things that go into map readability, like having intuitive navigation, readable landscapes, and knowing when you can't jump up a ledge. That last point can be especially devastating when you glide headfirst into a cliff and don't mantle. We've been doing a lot of work on the map, so you should see improvements to pathing and layout everywhere, and that includes distinct roads, cleaning up the biome layout so they're just easier to grok as combat spaces, as well as a more persistent and reliable ledge highlight system that tells you where you can jump and mantle and where you can't. Finally, we've got drop phase improvements. The drop phase represents one of the last remaining good enough systems that we've lived with for the past few years, so it's time to make a feels pass for intuitive use at the drop phase. Our goal here is to provide you with a clear snapshot of the game you're about to enter without overloading you with every possible objective. That's it for me. This was a pretty long Fireside chat because this is a significant playtest patch. New year, new us, new patch, new etc. Let's kick 2024 off with a great test, and I'll see you there.